This video is just for every single woman out there who is in the exact same boat, who just wakes up every day and just realizes they're just not anywhere close to living the life that they want to live. And you have this gut feeling inside of you that things just feel so off. So 3 years ago, when I was 30 years old, I decided to quit my job and leave everything behind and just go all in on myself. And I've been going back and forth on how to make this video and scripting it and how I would get my message across in the best way. And I've been wanting to make this video for so long, but I know I've been holding back on it out of fear that it wouldn't come out in the best way and it wouldn't be perfect. And I had all these ideas come to mind in the shower, which is why I decided, I got out of the shower and I still have wet hair and I haven't even done my makeup, and I just decided to sit down and hit record. And this video is just for every single woman out there who is in the exact same boat, who just wakes up every day and just realizes they're just not anywhere close to living the life that they want to live. And you have this gut feeling inside of you that things just feel so off. Like you're doing what you were told to do. You're living by this script that you didn't even sign up to in the first place. Like, how did we get into this cycle? It's our lives, and we're not even living them the way that we want to be living them. And that to me is just so crazy, and it's so sad. And it's why I created this channel, because I genuinely want to inspire and empower and be a permission slip for women to start living your life, even if it's just a snippet every single day, the way that you want to live your life. And it starts by saying no to the things that just don't feel good to you anymore. That was exactly how I started. And I just want to share my journey, having gone through it now for a couple years, where I'm at now. And it hasn't been, all rainbows and butterflies for sure, because I left my job with no plan. I left my job with no backup plan. I didn't have anything else lined up. All I knew was I was so far off track that I wanted to get on track in my 30s. And I think that so many women right now especially are hitting 30 or getting to their mid 30s, and they're just realizing, like, what am I even doing? And I really think that there is a giant awakening happening right now where people just realize they're so off track. And the funny thing was, when I was recognizing this in my life, I was constantly band-aiding it with different things, because I thought the answer was I needed more money. I always thought that that was the answer. And so I would do different side hustles. I kept trying to start up these new businesses. And one of them really gave me a giant awakening was when I started an Amazon FBA business. And I just remember thinking, like, there is possibility for income here for sure. But it felt so out of alignment, and it felt so icky to me because I was giving zero value. There was zero value coming from what I was doing, and there was zero value coming from any of these side hustles that I started. So when I would start to see them generate income, but they brought no value to anyone around me, I just realized, okay, this clearly isn't the answer. The answer is that I need to offer more value. I need to just give back in a way, or just show up for people. I need to stop wasting my creativity and my energy that I know I have so much to give in jobs that don't even appreciate it. And that was a really big awakening moment for me. And I just realized that I wanted to do more things that gave me more pleasure. And I realized it wasn't about making more money. It was living in more joy, and it was living in more alignment. And it was like stop trying to just keep up with this facade that society hands us, and stop trying to keep up with, it's never ending. Of like, you gotta always have the newest thing, you always gotta show up and look like this, you've gotta keep on trend, you've gotta have the newest and greatest gadgets and gizmos, and it was just so, it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it's obvious that this is done by design to keep us exhausted and to keep us always feeling like we're behind. And I just realized then how out of touch I was, because I wasn't doing anything for myself. My job brought me no joy. I was keeping up with trends that I didn't even care about. And I was just keeping up an entire life for who? It wasn't for me. I got no joy out of it. And it was then that I just realized I just want to know what it feels like to live in joy again. And that was when I started saying no to all the things that just immensely exhausted me or brought me down. And that included my job, because I know a lot of people are in a place right now where they feel so stuck, because yes, you need money to live and to get by in this world, and I get it, but we do so by keeping up with jobs that absolutely drain the living life out of us. Because here's what I'm going to say. I left the comfort of my job behind with the benefits and everything like that. I moved back home. I was 30 years old and I moved back home because I just realized I was just go, keeping up with things that I didn't even want. And I moved back home in order to give myself the time and the opportunity to allow my nervous system to just take a breather. And the other thing that I did was I actually got a serving job. I got back into serving at 30 years old in order to still maintain a bit of an income, but while I still figured things out. It just allowed me to calm down a little bit, but also have that sense of comfort of still having a bit of an income coming in. It just allowed me the opportunity to just breathe a little bit, and not keep up with this crazy routine in this lifestyle that I didn't even enjoy. And in allowing my nervous system to just calm down a little bit, I gave myself the opportunity to just start focusing on what it was that I wanted to do, what brought me joy, what did I actually want to do with my life. And I was just stuck in this loop for the longest time of thinking of ways to claw my way to the top of this ladder that I didn't even care about climbing in the first place. The only reason I thought that I had to climb my way up this ladder was because that's what we're told to do. Until I realized I don't even want this job. Like, why am I trying to force my way to the top of this ladder when I don't even want to be here in the first place? So when I finally exited from it, I gave myself the opportunity to really think about what I wanted in the first place. And honestly, all I wanted to do at the time was just travel more. I just wanted to travel. Now, did I have a lot of money in my name? Did I have a lot of money to my name to actually make this feasible? Not really, but I knew it was what I wanted to do. And by focusing on it and studying reality creation and spirituality, I knew that by focusing on it and honing in on it, opportunities would arise. And when I took a step back and was just serving, I was able to actually build my own business on the side that actually brought me joy, and I really enjoyed doing, and was actually able to build my own income on the side. And through following this joy, it brought me opportunities in Central America, which was where I wanted to travel to. And it was crazy. This was when I had this insane aha moment that in taking a step back from all these things that were taking up all of my energy and just taking up all my time. And I was able to claim that energy back and focus it on things that actually brought me joy and I enjoyed doing, and they recharged my battery rather than draining it. It was crazy how it led to more and more opportunities. This was actually how I figured out how to travel long term. And before I knew it, I was just living this life that I was told by so many people was impossible at my age and was so unrealistic. And I just knew that I wanted to travel long term. I basically wanted to be like a snowbird in my 30s. And everyone said, you can't do that in your 30s. You do that in your 60s. You do that when you retire. And I was like, but I hate winter. I don't want to be here in the winter. I want to travel in the winter. And I actually found ways to make it happen just by stepping into what I felt called to and listening to my intuition and listening to my gut and stepping into my creativity and listening to that creativity and following it. And the only reason I was able to do this was because I stopped living by the societal norm. I stopped exhausting myself and burning myself out, keeping up with a script that we're told to live that brought me no joy. And so by taking a step back, it actually allowed me the time and the energy to question, what do I even want to do? And the crazy thing is, then as I was able to do more of that, I was able to then give back. And I became so overloaded with so much energy and experience that I could then offer to others. And that was just what made me realize, wow, there's so much lost and missed opportunity in the world right now, because we're just living these lives that bring us no joy, which makes me so sad, because I just look at so many people in their jobs and they're showing up, they're ticking off all the boxes, they're doing the things that they're meant to do, they're living this life that they're told to live, and it's bringing them no joy. And I think now, since I've been doing this for a couple of years, it's become so clear to me how many thousands of people are out there that are really holding back on themselves, and they're holding back on their calling, and they're holding back on their creativity, simply because they're keeping up with a life that brings them almost no joy, which genuinely just makes me so sad. Because now that I think about how I'm able to show up for people in my life, there's no way that I could have done this when I was like 3 years ago, when I was living that life that completely drained me. I barely had enough to show up for myself in my life, let alone anyone else in my life. And I felt so deprived and empty in my life that I was constantly looking for fillers, whether that be from relationships or again from like side hustles or from abusing alcohol, anything like that. I was constantly trying to fill these voids. And now that I'm just in a place where I just enjoy life, I realize that I get to give it back tenfold as well, which is another beautiful thing. I love showing up for the people in my life and being able to be a rock for them as well. And it makes me realize that we don't have to live the way that society tells us to live. There is no rule book. There never has been a rule book. There never will be a rule book. The only rule book is you just gotta follow your intuition. You gotta do what feels right to you. You gotta say no to all the things that make you feel like crap. You gotta say no to all the things that you know deep down inside in your gut are just a hard no. You gotta start saying no to those things. And if they are hard to detach from, because you feel like they have a part of you, that is the biggest sign that you have become hyper reliant on that thing. And those are almost always the biggest things that you need to detach from. Anyways, I hope I didn't go off on much of a tangent there. I feel like I did, but I hope that this video offers at least a little bit of permission to anyone who is feeling called to essentially leave it all behind and start over. I did it. I did it at 30 years old, and I have zero regrets.